Hello world, hello John. Your video last week meant a great deal to me. I saw a lot of myself in your passion for creation, and of course the kind words at the end. Hold on. It got me thinking about creation and how that makes me feel. I haven't been able to be not creating in over a year and a half now. I enjoy it. It's a part of who I am. I feel the excitement when a project's coming together, and of course I feel the disappointment when that project comes to a blistering halt. Our attempt at adding a video production element to the never-ending random discussion, for example, that fizzled unexpectedly. But that's not over yet. But whenever I think about the things that I've created or I want to create, my mind immediately jumps to time. John, you remember when I said, when I have so much other things to do, working at the jungle full-time, running the network, producing and hosting a large podcast production, writing, developing, and staffing 2 other shows by myself? Well, that big list leaves one very large thing out. The one thing that wraps up the most of my time and is my priority over all other things. It's my family. Being a full-time working and a full-time creating guy is hard when you also have the needs of your family to meet. There are moments in my life where I sit back and I'm envious of these single, young, and childless folk whose responsibilities are only to themselves, and so they can focus all their attention on whatever they want. However, it isn't very long before that train of thought leads to the idea of losing what I have to have that freedom. Is it worth it? Is that freedom worth never having met Amanda? Is that freedom worth never having had Verity? It all boils down to one question. If I could go back time and retain all the knowledge that I've gathered so far, would I change any of the decisions that I've made? I've had a wealth of bad things happen to me in my life solely based on the bad decisions that I've made. Obviously, there are those things that are out of anyone's control that inevitably will happen. But when it boils down to it, it's my bad decisions that have led me to the most of my issues. Being able to go back in time with the insight that I have now, I could change the course on many things. I would start seeing a therapist sooner. I wouldn't have dropped out of high school. I wouldn't have flushed my credit rating down the toilet, and I wouldn't have flushed my health down the toilet. Then there's the bad decisions that I've made that I can't speak about publicly like this. I wouldn't do those things either. But that would certainly change all the good things that I have experienced so far. I wouldn't have the wealth of friends that I have. I wouldn't have Pan-Spinning Studios, but more importantly, I wouldn't have Amanda or Verity. Is being able to take away the pain of all the bad decisions that I've made really worth losing that? I mean, there are tons of things that I lost due to my bad decision-making skills in my youth. Would losing all the good so far be worth preventing all the bad? I mean, sure, I could go back and make all the right decisions and also recreate the circumstances that led me to meet Amanda. I could also go back and make a point to seek out all the folks who have made Pan-Spending what it is today. I mean, heck, I could even get things started with Pan-Spending soon enough that we'd be one of the first internet content creating networks. That could mean we could achieve internet stardom a little easier than that of now. I mean, obviously, trying to garner the attention of the internet masses now takes a lot of time and work and patience. And even after all of that, it's no more likely to explode into crazy fame than it was a year and a half ago. Think of all the possibilities. Think of all that would change. And think about all the good that could result from it. Is that worth it? No, it's not. I'm certain that I could have made Pan-Spinning Studios a thing a lot earlier, but what I couldn't be certain of is Amanda and Verity. Unless they are 100% assured to me, I wouldn't take any chances at not having them. No amount of money, fame, or perfect decision-making skills is worth the risk of never having them in my life. So I pose this question to you viewers and to you, John. If you could turn back time, if I could turn back time, and change all the things that you wanted to change, would you do it? That's all I got, John. Go, sleep. We'll talk soon. Mustache!